What is up, Bat Family, and welcome to Batman Theory, where we take a deep dive into comic books, movies, cartoons, and everything that has to do with the dark. So guys, before we get started, we are a new YouTube channel. We appreciate all the views you've been giving us. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. As soon as we do, we're going to be doing a giveaway for a cool backlit Batman sign, customizable to the winner. All that we ask is if you could drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, and also comment on a video, and you automatically enter to the giveaway. Now on to the video.
And here we go.
So guys, in today's episode of Batman Theory, I want to talk about the very odd publication history of Arkham Asylum. So I'm not going to give the detailed history of Arkham yet. That's actually going to be for a further video. Today I'm just going to be talking about the actual publication history. So Arkham actually started out, and it's well known that Arkham Asylum is notoriously easy to break into. Villains do it all the time. They break out or break in, I should say. Most iterations have this happen. Now, with that being said, Dennis O'Neil is credited for the first person to actually have Arkham as a location in a Batman comic. Now, it's actually called Arkham Hospital. That it was in 1974, and it wasn't until 1979 that it was even called Arkham Asylum. Most people credit Len Wein to actually have Arkham Asylum be in Gotham or in and around Gotham City, usually in the suburbs or just outside of the city. Now, like I said, Arkham is notoriously easy to break into. It's been blown up several times or destroyed. It's been several times where the asylum's been shut down for, one, because a lack of funding, or two, because its entire staff, or a lot of the staff, goes insane. The head of it, Dr. Jeremiah Arkham, Hugo Strange sometimes, it depends on the comic book itself or the storyline, but Dr. Jeremiah Arkham almost always has something to do with, the downfall of Arkham Asylum, or why its inmates can go in and out so easily. Another famous worker there, Dr. Harleen Quinzel, who turns into Harley Quinn, worked there. There's a lot of people that happen to work at Arkham Asylum that end up going crazy in the end. So Arkham itself is actually described or drawn out usually in a very Gothic-like way. It's very very similar to the rest of Gotham, where it's kind of got this Gothic architecture, very much horror-esque in a way. Very high stretching buildings with pointed features. Like I said, it comes right out of like a horror movie or a horror story in general. Definitely something very creepy. Arkham is usually described as a place that's not really very sanitary. It's not well kept up. The staff there generally does not really care about the inmates. There's not really an attempt to rehabilitate a lot of times. A lot of times they're just kind of housed there. And the funny thing is, and I'll get into that in another video, there's a lot of Batman villains that are housed at Arkham that really probably wouldn't even qualify as insane in the real world. So we'll talk about that another time, but it's definitely very interesting because you got certain characters like Penguin are almost always sent to Blackgate because he's not insane. But then there's certain ones like Poison Ivy, depending on the iteration, isn't necessarily considered insane. So it's very curious as how that all works. However, Arkham Asylum does make it easy to keep most of Batman's rogue gallery all in one place, and it made it more logical and made more sense because most of Batman's villains are probably by definition a little insane. It made more sense than having them all go to prison every single time. And the question became when ones like the Joker, who were clearly insane, and they are shipped out somewhere, they clearly don't go to prison, so where do they go? And this was kind of the answer to that. So that does it, guys. My next time I talk about Arkham, I will talk about the storylines that it's featured in. I'll talk about more of its design and its landscape, what's involved with it. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and have a great day.